There is one great misunderstanding about Shiva. When people hear the name, the god of destruction, they often imagine fear, darkness, and endings. But Shiva is not destruction for the sake of ruin. Shiva destroys so that life can begin again. That is what makes him one of the most powerful and mysterious gods in Hinduism. He is not only the force that ends things, he is the force that transforms them. In the divine trinity of Hinduism, Brahma creates, Vishnu preserves, and Shiva destroys. But Shiva's destruction is not meaningless. It is sacred. It is the removal of what has become old, false, heavy, or lifeless. It is the clearing away of what no longer belongs. Because sometimes before something new can enter our lives, something old must first fall away. That is the deeper truth of Shiva. He is not the end. He is the passage between an ending and a new beginning. That is why Shiva is both fearsome and compassionate. Because real change is never easy. Growth is not always gentle, and rebirth never comes without some kind of loss. If you look at Shiva's form, every symbol around him carries meaning. He lives on Mount Kailash, far above the noise of the world. That shows a state beyond worldly desire, beyond pride, beyond the endless chase for power and status. His body is covered in ash. Ash reminds us that everything material will one day return to dust. Wealth, beauty, status, even the things we cling to most tightly, none of them last forever. Shiva wears ash like a message. Do not become too attached to what is temporary. Around his neck is a serpent. For many, the serpent is a symbol of fear. But with Shiva, fear is not rejected, it is mastered. The serpent becomes a sign of inner power, of energy under control, of strength that comes from facing darkness instead of running from it. And then there is the sacred river Ganga flowing from his hair. This image shows that Shiva does not only hold destructive power, he also holds and redirects divine force. He receives what is wild and overwhelming, then transforms it into grace. But perhaps the most powerful symbol of all is Shiva's third eye. This eye does not see the surface. It sees through illusion, it sees beyond ego, it sees beyond attachment. And when it opens, what burns away is not just something outside us, it is ignorance. It is false identity. It is everything that keeps the soul trapped. That is why Shiva is not only a destroyer of worlds, he is a destroyer of illusions. He breaks the ego so the soul can breathe. He removes the false so the real can rise. And nowhere is this truth more powerful than in the form of Nataraja Shiva, the cosmic dancer. In this form, Shiva dances inside a circle of fire. One hand holds the drum of creation, another holds the fire of destruction. One hand offers blessing, one foot stands over ignorance. This is not just a dance. It is the rhythm of existence itself, creation, preservation, destruction, transformation, again and again. Shiva's dance reminds us that life is always moving, nothing stays the same forever. Everything is born, everything grows, everything fades, and everything makes way for something new, but human beings struggle with this truth. We want to keep everything we love. We want youth to stay, success to stay, relationships to stay, our familiar identity to stay. But Shiva teaches that suffering often begins when we try to hold on to what life is already asking us to release. And that is why Shiva feels so deeply human. Because everyone has lived through some kind of destruction. The end of a relationship, the collapse of a dream, the breaking of an old belief, the loss of a version of ourselves we thought would last forever. And in those moments it feels like everything is ending. But through Shiva's eyes, maybe it is not the end. Maybe it is the beginning of rebirth. What makes Shiva so powerful is that destruction is never his final message. Rebirth is. If Shiva only destroyed, he would be a symbol of fear. But because every ending in him carries the possibility of renewal, he becomes a symbol of hope, a deep and difficult hope. The hope that after pain, something wiser can emerge. The hope that after loss, a truer self can appear. The hope that after collapse, life can begin again in a new form. That is why Shiva speaks so deeply to the human heart. Because life itself keeps breaking apart what no longer fits. Sometimes it breaks a false identity, sometimes it breaks pride, sometimes it breaks attachment. Sometimes it breaks the version of us that has become too small for our soul. And yes, that breaking hurts. But not every breaking is a tragedy. Some breakings are necessary. Some endings are sacred. Some losses are not punishments. They are invitations to grow. Shiva does not comfort the ego. He transforms the self. He does not pray life. He does not promise a life without pain. He reveals the meaning hidden inside pain. That is why he is both fierce and healing. He teaches us that transformation is not always soft. Sometimes the most compassionate thing life can do is tear away the illusion we were living in. One of the most beautiful truths about Shiva is his connection with Parvati. If Shiva represents stillness, consciousness, and transformation, Parvati represents energy, love, beauty, and life. They are not opposites. They complete each other. Together, they show that true wholeness is balance, strength and tenderness, power and love, silence and life. This truth appears in the sacred image of Ardhanarishvara, where Shiva and Parvati exist in one body, half male and half female. It is a profound symbol. Real power is not one-sided. It is not only force, it is harmony. And that is what Shiva truly represents, not destruction alone, but total transformation, from ignorance to awareness, from fear to freedom, from attachment to release, from the old self to a deeper and truer one. That is why Shiva is not just a mythological figure from the past. He is a spiritual mirror. He reflects the journey every human being must one day face. Because there comes a time in life when what must be destroyed is not the outer world, it is the fear within us, the ego that wants control, the illusion that everything can stay the same, the beliefs that no longer allow us to grow. When those things begin to break, we panic. We think we are losing ourselves. But maybe we are not losing ourselves. Maybe we are losing only what was false. Maybe what is falling apart is not our life, but our illusion of who we thought we had to be. That is the gift of Shiva. He does not pull us out of darkness too quickly. He teaches us how to walk through it, to walk through loss, to walk through endings, to walk through the fire of change. And on the other side, what remains is not emptiness. What remains is truth, a deeper self, a freer heart, a new beginning. So if people call Shiva only the god of destruction, that is only half the truth. The other half is this: without Shiva, there is no rebirth. Without the right ending, there is no true beginning. Without letting the old burn away, the new cannot rise. And maybe that is why Shiva still speaks to so many people, not because people love destruction, but because deep inside, everyone hopes that after their greatest pain, there is still a chance to begin again. Shiva reminds us that life is not only about holding on, it is also about letting go, not only about building, but also about releasing what has already ended. Not only about beginnings, but also about having the courage to walk through endings. And maybe the thing that most needs to be destroyed in our lives is not the world around us, but the invisible chains within our own mind. If this story touched you, leave a comment and tell me what in your life needs to end so something new can begin. And if you enjoy powerful stories about mythology, spirituality, and inner transformation, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who needs this message today.